Life is full of myths, like we can't swim after eating, or if we sneeze with our eyes open, they'll pop out of our heads. We all know that these things aren't true, but as students, there are things that we need to know and things that we think we know, but they turn out to be false. Hello, Kathleen. My name is Matthew Yule, and today I'm a Mythbuster. And along with my team, we'll be solving myths about science, college, and life. So, let's get to it. There's so much about life that we're just not sure of. We don't know what job we're going to have, what opportunities that might come our way, and we don't know who we're going to marry. But one thing's for certain is what's going to happen after high school. And if college is in your future, then you've probably heard some stuff that's just not true. Tatiana is going to continue our myth-busting show by showing you what you should and shouldn't believe about college. Now, to bust a myth, you can't just say it's not true, and you can't just try it one time and determine that nothing about it is true. It takes patience, practice, and it takes a method. Specifically, it takes the scientific method. That's where you take something you think you know and try to see if it's right or wrong. For more about this, here's Paige. You've already seen a couple of my Mythbusters take on commonly held beliefs and completely destroy them. Now it's time to see what you've learned. Let's see if you know the facts from the fakes. Bailey went out to talk to some of you about some commonly held beliefs to see if you know if they're just hard facts or if they're myths that should be busted. Throughout the show, we've tested your knowledge on commonly known myths, we've shown you what you should and shouldn't believe about college, and we've given you the tools necessary to use the scientific method to go out there and solve your own myths. Never take anything face value. I'm Matthew Yule, signing off for Ignition TV. Let's go blow something up. Have you ever wondered about how the t-shirts you wear get their cool and sleek designs? Well, I'm Matthew Yule, and today I'll be your guide through the t-shirt making process. So, let's get printing. Before we get into the creation process, let's first go over how the graphic t-shirts were first created. 1939's Wizard of Oz may mark the first experience where the graphic t-shirts come into play. The workers in the Wizard of Oz wore green t-shirts emblazoned with the word Oz. While it became commonplace to see World War II veterans wearing their Army-issued t-shirts, it wasn't until the release of a streetcar named Desire in 1951 that t-shirts really took off. Marlon Brando, and the form-fitting t-shirt he wore, rocketed to stardom. By the end of that year, teens had made the t-shirts into a $180 million business. Tropics Togs grabbed the exclusive rights from the Walt Disney Company to print Mickey Mouse and his pals on t-shirts, ushering in the era of printed t-shirts. But it was the music that focused attention on the graphic t-shirts as a symbol of cool. The Beatles had jump-started the rock and roll era, and the 60s rolled into the 70s. The bands that followed them issued t-shirts to promote themselves. The Rolling Stones' lip logo, Pink Floyd's Prism, Led Zeppelin's Blimp, where young fans were happy to be literally walking advertisements for their favorite musicians. The 80s marked the era of the emblazoned logos. Guess, Nike, and Adidas cashed in on the brand mania with t-shirts supporting their logos. Fresh silhouettes, innovative fabrics, and advancement in screen printing technology continued to spur brands and artists. There are two methods to the shirt printing process. The first, digital printing, and the second, screen printing. Today, we'll be covering screen printing. First, the graphic needs to be created, and then after that, we get to the stencil or screen making process. The fact that these products are printed by hand also allows for unique products like water bottles, koozies, and mugs, as the printer can manually handle curved or uneven surfaces. The minimum order quantity on screen printing times exists because of the extra materials and labor time associated with the printing method. No matter what kind of TV shows or movies you like to watch, whether it be action, incoming, horror, romance, or straight up comedy, everything we experience on the big and small screens goes through a very important process, and that's editing. Editing is the amazing process of taking all the footage created for a video and putting it together in a way that not only tells a story, but enhances every aspect of what we see and hear, making the entire story come alive. But how does it all begin? Well, we need your footage to start out. We can't do anything without footage. It's the editor's job to take all of the video and put it together into the story, using all of the tools that they have at their disposal, like transitions. Transitions are a way to take us from one place to another, or from one time to another. And of course, editors don't just focus on visuals, there's always audio to consider too. For instance, you can't hear me if the music is too loud. And to create a good video, we don't just focus on the audio and the footage, there's also sound effects to worry about too. Editing doesn't just stop at sound effects, there's also sound filters to help create the space around you. So whether I'm yelling from the mountaintops, or talking to you on your phone, or perhaps I'm an alien from outer space.
Take me to your leader!
My voice will match the environment. And don't forget coloring. And no, I don't mean in a coloring book, I mean coloring your shots so they look and feel the way you want them to. So if I'm roaming the Old West, or stuck in a rainstorm, or being spied on from miles away, the look is legit. The editor also inserts graphics where necessary, including really cool titles, lower thirds, text inserts to emphasize what I'm saying, credits, and many more. Well, you might say, how can one person do all of this? Sometimes one person can't. Sometimes it takes a whole group of editors working on different parts of the story so that everything can come together. And when the editing is done, it's time to send it out so the entire world can see it, whether it be on a phone, on a computer, on a TV, or on the big screen. With the power of editing, anything is possible. So go out there and make some movie magic. For now, it's time that I disappear. Everyone's got those moments when there's just not enough time to get anything done. And if that's you, then I've got the answer to your prayers. I'm Matthew Yule, and I'm introducing the Universal Remote 3.0. Now, you're probably thinking that this is just some lame TV remote, right? Well, you're wrong. This device is exactly what it implies, a remote for the universe. Matthew thinks that Mary copied him, but he doesn't do anything. His suspicions are correct. Mary is looking at his paper.
He doesn't suspect a thing.
I knew it. Commentary is such an eye-opener. I knew that she was cheating, and now with this, I'll be able to see what people are really thinking. Now let's see. I don't want to take that history test. Gym class? Definitely not. Oh, how about this? Let's go to lunch. With the scene selection option, you can skip any boring or bad parts of your day with the press of a button. This remote can do anything. For example, if you were late to the cafeteria, just hit rewind and you're in the front of the line. Now, ta-da, you're here just on time. Or let's just say something like this happens. Freeze! And just like that, these messes are paused in their tracks. They're so loud, they're giving me a massive headache. Luckily, I've got this remote so I can mute them. That's so much better. Now I'm headache free. Do you struggle with different languages like Spanish? Well, now they're gonna be a breeze with subtitles. Just simply press the button and bam, instant translator.
Ok, hoy vamos a estar hablando de cómo contamos y aprendemos español.
I stayed up all night playing video games and I didn't study at all. And today is quiz day. Quizzes can really dampen your day, but thanks to this remote, looks like I'm gonna get an easy A. The last class of the day feels so long. I just want to go home. Luckily, I've got this remote, so let's just fast forward. That's much better. The Universal Remote 3.0 is the best model out there and even has extra battery life. Just before you know it, your best life could just be a click away. Good morning, Kathleen. My name is Matthew Yule, and today we're playing What's My Budget? So, let's introduce the contestants. Well, my name is Robert, but my friends call me Rob. Hey, I'm Mark. Hey, I'm Jimmy. Today, our contestants will be playing higher, lower, or stay, so they're really going to have to use their brain power. We're going to be giving them a certain price for an object, and they're going to see if the price is going to be higher, lower, or if it is that price with stay. Okay, Jimmy, your first question is college tuition. Is it going to be $100,000, or is it going to go higher, or is it going to stay? Well, I think college tuition would probably have to be lower. That's right, Jimmy. The average price for college tuition is lower. It's about $9 grand and can be even cheaper with scholarships and financial aid. Now, Mark, question number 2. College textbooks, are they $25, or are they going to be higher, or are they going to be lower? Now, let's see, I guess it'd have to be higher, wouldn't it? I mean, it couldn't go any lower. That's correct. College textbooks can be up to $200. For example, medical books usually fall around that price. But you can get them for cheaper if you use sites like eBay and Amazon Rental. Now, Rob, for number 3, are you ready? I guess I'm as ready as I'll ever be. Okay, Rob, the price for staying in a college dorm, $8,000. Higher, lower, or stay? I think I'm going to have to say the price is going to be lower. That's right, Rob. The average price for a college dorm is $8,000 a year, but that can also depend on many things, like how much privacy you want and what type of college you go to. Now, the cheaper alternative would be going to a community college and then living somewhere close. Now, contestant number 1 again. Jimmy, are you ready? Yeah, Matt, what's the next one? Okay, Jimmy, the next question is, what's the price of gas and car maintenance? Is it $117 a month? What will you do? Higher, lower, or stay? Well, I don't know about this, but I think I'm going to stay. That's right, Jimmy. The average amount is $117 a month with gas and car maintenance. But the cheaper way, and also healthier too, is to ride your bike, get on your skateboard, or even walk if your college is close enough. Congratulations, Jimmy. You are today's lucky winner on What's My Budget? Oh my gosh, I won! But your prize is everything you've learned today about budgeting in college. Now go out there and succeed in your college life. I'm Matthew Yule, and this has been What's My Budget?